guys, welcome to our channel Forensic Genesis. This is the third lecture of our series called Crime Scene Investigation. In this video, we will be focusing on hair as a sample. So, let's move further. Hair is a protein filament which grows from follicle found in epidermis. There are various functions of hair like thermoregulation, that is maintaining a certain temperature. It protects our sensitive areas, for example eyes, and also plays a defensive role to protect our orifices. Types of hair. There are three types of hair. Terminal hair. They are thick and dark, mostly seen in adult men. Vellus are the pre-puberty hair, thin and slightly visible. And lanugo are the fetal hair, soft, thin and less pigmented but very dense. Structure of hair. Hair can be divided into two parts, living root, that is below the epidermis, and non-living shaft above the epidermis. The root part consists of follicle which has subpart known as bulb, papilla and matrix. Hair shaft can be divided into cuticle, cortex and medulla, which we will be discussing in this video. Hair follicle is a club-shaped structure at the bottom end of hair, having a network of blood vessels. These blood vessels provide nourishment to the hair. If we talk about hair shaft and take a cross section of hair, there are three layers, namely cuticle, cortex and medulla. Cuticle is a transparent layer which is scaly in appearance and protects the cortex. It has a diameter of 0.2 to 0.5 micron. The cortex is the part covering most of the area containing pigment granules for imparting color. It is 5 microns wide and also provides strength and moisture. And now next comes the medulla, centermost part of the hair. It can be absent, continuous, discontinuous or fragmented. Stages of hair cycle. First stage is anagen, or the actively growing stage. The follicle produces new cells and pushes them up the hair shaft. After the active growth phase, the hair transitions into resting phase called the catagen phase. The follicle begins to shut down production of new cells and the older cells begin to shrink. The last stage is the telogen phase. Cell production is completely ceased and the root is condensed into a bulb. The bulb is held with a mechanical connection which, when breaks by even a slight force, results in a start of anagen phase again. Composition of hair. Hairs are formed by specialized cells called as keratinocytes. Keratin is a protein made up of 18 amino acids. They mainly are cysteine, serine and glutamic acid. The elemental composition of hair has carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen and sulfur. Hair also contains some minerals like iron, copper, lead, zinc and manganese. Hair have melanocytes, also called as pigment cells, in the basal layer of epidermis. There are two types of melanin, pheomelanin and eumelanin. Classification on the basis of somatic origin. We can differentiate hairs on the basis of the somatic origin. Hairs with varying origin differs in aspects like cross-section, appearance and medullary arrangement. You can see a term mentioned in pubic hair called buckling. It means the bending of cuticle towards the inner side. Now if we talk about medullary arrangement, it can be absent, continuous, discontinuous or fragmented. If we talk about discontinuous, it mainly means that fragmented, but the fragments are larger in size. We can distinguish hair by determining race. Caucasoid appearance may be straight or wavy, while the Mongoloids and Negroids have straight, curly, frizzy and coiled appearance respectively. They also differ in aspects like pigment granules, cross sections and the type of melanin pigment. There are many aspects on which we can differentiate animal and human hair, and they are color, appearance, pigmentation pattern, medullary index, cortex, medulla and cuticle. Please note that medullary index can be determined by dividing width of the medulla by total width of hair. The cuticle has scales which in human are short, thin and irregular, while in animal hair cuticle scales are large with step-like or wavy-like projections. Forensic importance of hair. Like most of the physical evidences, it links a person to the crime scene. It helps us to narrow down the range of suspects by determination of race and gender. We can determine if the hair sample is the result of force or it's a natural fall by examining the root. That if the root is present and stretched with presence of follicular tissue, it can be a result of force. Heavy metals and drugs get deposited in the roots of hairs. Also, we can extract mitochondrial DNA from hairs and also predict occupation of the person in some cases. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe. We are open to your questions and opinions in our comment section. Forensify your life with Forensic Genesis.